Hello and welcome to another video. Today I have this home company, I guess, H18 cordless vacuum cleaner. So this one is off of Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description below as usual. Looks like it contains like a floor brush, like a pole. Of course, I already know this because I did research before buying it. Charger, user manual, brush, poultry brush, battery pack. Essentially, I lost my long nozzle from my other handheld vacuum and I couldn't find the exact attachment, so it's time for me to buy a new one. This one has decent reviews and had the suction power I wanted. I wanted it slightly higher than my last one, and this one had a stronger suction power than my last one, and so I went ahead and purchased it. I didn't find any videos on this product online, so I figured I could make one, and if you guys find it helpful, of course, give me a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel. The instruction manual, not much to it. Let's go ahead and open it up. These are some of my favorite attachments where you can, brush, and then when you don't want to use the brush, you can just kind of slide it back. So I'm glad they included that. This one's slightly different because it's sort of a wider footprint. One thing I would like to see included in the future is one of those pet brushes where it has like a uses the suction to have a roller brush. Those are kind of cool. I've only seen it once before in a Dyson, and once I kind of got rid of that vacuum, I haven't had that since. This is the long hose attachment. Alright, this is the extender piece. Kind of feels heavy, so very sturdy. Okay, this is how long it gets, and you can have it to whatever height you want depending on your height. And it seems like electrodes in the inside so that you can have the roller brush get some power. This is the battery, and it seems like it actually has a charge indicator. That is kind of unique. Usually the charge indicator sits on the main unit, but this one, the battery has it. So we'll see how that works once you insert that. There's also a cleaner for the floor brush. So you can see there's a cutting blade on there to cut the hair off, and then a brush to kind of wipe off some dust. This is the floor brush attachment. Looks like a standard floor brush attachment for these kind of units. I've owned two other ones, and this is going to be my third one, so I should have plenty of information to compare. This is the wall mount. I never use these, but if you are one of those that really like to have all your things sort of in one place, this would be good. You can see it has 3M tape to tape it to the wall, as well as screws. Comes with a HEPA filter so that the air that comes out of the vacuum doesn't have any dust, so this is very useful. Yeah, the charging adapter, and then the main unit itself. So these are all the products included in the box. Let's go ahead and take off this. So it seems like you have speed control on the top here. I'm gonna take that tape off of there. You have an attachment. You press the dust cup release button to remove the dust cup. Press the battery pack release button to release the battery pack, and press the change suction gear. There's a gear button right here, and that would increase your strength for the suction. I'm gonna break that off here. And it has a QR code for the support website. Okay, so seems like to take it to charge, you can leave it on there, or you can just take the battery pack off and take it to the charger. So I think I do like that feature. Also, it prolongs the life of your device itself, because you can buy a new battery pack when the battery dies. Because my other devices, they do not actually include changeable batteries. So this is a changeable battery. So if your battery starts dying, you can just go ahead and purchase a new battery. All right, let's go ahead and see how the release works. So if you're using the vacuum and it's full, you're gonna, I'm going to push down, and this just pops down, and you can close it back up to empty your dustbin. As far as the battery, seems like it just slides in here, and then you pop it in place. To release it, you just press this and push down. And it's helpful to have a separate battery, so in case your battery dies, you can still keep the device and just swap out the battery. My other devices didn't come with removable batteries, so of course when the battery dies, I just have to get rid of the device. As you can see, you just press this down and this comes up. So you just press this blue down and the actual whole tank comes down. And there is already a filter installed. So they gave me a separate second filter, which I'm not going to need at this point, but in the future I have one available if I need it. To install this back on, there's this notch right here. You want to make sure that lines up with the inside of the product, and then you just have to push in and it installs right back on. As far as the battery, when you press it, it tells you the level, the strength. This is where the air outflow is, so that's where you'll fill it. You notice how it's on the top of the device, so it's not gonna block the outflow and reduce the strength of the motor. Okay, let's go ahead and see how easy or difficult it is to insert the extension. So this extension goes here, so you can see the electrodes, and they have to go into the holes right here. So it just slides right in. We're gonna put the floor brush on. This one has 26 kilopascals of strength, which is really high suction force. All right, so we're gonna increase the length to whatever we're comfortable with. So we're just gonna press to release from here and press in the back to extend the lead. So there's a red button on the back, you just extend. I'm gonna insert this back in here. I'll show you the back of the brush as you turn it on. You can see both the brush rotating as well as the light turning on. As you increase the strength, the power both to the motor for the rotating brush as well as the suction increases. Let's see how it is as far as attaching the other attachment. We're going to just press this and pull this out. Comes off pretty easily. You can go ahead and put the brush attachment on, or the longer tube attachment. So as you can see, there are notches here as well, so it has to line up this way. You cannot insert it this way because it'll go in, but it won't click in because the click is on this side. So always on top. So let's go ahead and put some dirt here that we got from the unboxing and see if you're easily able to suction it with the floor attachment. So both of those were longer pieces. One I didn't realize, but one of it was a longer tape that I took off the screen, and then the other one a plastic piece. As you can see, the tape is still kind of here because it's one of those bigger pieces that's not going to be easily suctioned in. But of course, if I turn it on now, it's going to go in just fine. As you can see in here, the plastic zip tie thing has already made it to the suction cup. Just to check the strength of the suction, let's see if we can lift up this mount. That's at some basic strength, that's not under full strength, but seems like the suction power is, as advertised, it's very strong. The battery should last about 45 minutes on a full charge, and it takes about 4 to 5 hours to fully recharge the battery. The vacuum doesn't really stand by itself. I do have one other vacuum that does stand by itself. This one doesn't. When the floor attachment is attached. It does have a fairly bright light in front of it, which is helpful. So this is the HOMPANY H18 vacuum. It does have a 2200 milliamp hour battery, so 45 minutes is pretty achievable. Of course, if you're using the high strength suction the whole time, you probably get half the battery life, so it's about 25 minutes or so. But it's lightweight. It doesn't really feel heavier than my other devices. Maybe slightly heavier because of the battery, but it does have 26 kilopascals of strength, so it's really good strength. I think it looks kind of sleek, doesn't look hideous or anything like that. Comes with this extra filter. I'm happy with this purchase. Only time will tell how long it lasts, but I don't see any issues. I think it'll last longer than others, especially because you can replace the battery. But other than that, if you have any questions, leave it in the comment section below and I'll be happy to answer. Otherwise, subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.